Hey guys, I'm going to post, this is going to be my Grinchy post, because I've been seeing some things on YouTube that just been irritating me. Some things I've clicked on or I've been sent, and it just totally irritates me. Anyways, what's been irritating me is people advertising on YouTube to send them money. Send me money, you know, like the Blue Bus Project, which I don't think is even a really real thing anyways. That sounds so far-fetched. But anyways, you know, they're like, send us money so we can buy a bus and live in and drive across the country. Yeah, I'm going to send you my money, so, you know, for you to live it, you know, go get it, you know, you're making money off the jewelry, get a bus with your own money, dude. Do that. Gosh. It just irks me, I'm sorry. And then, Dale, ATL2, wants you to support him so he can go on the game show, and I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not going to support him. I'm sorry. I mean, he's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. It's just that he's saying, I'm living the American dream, but I have debts. Well, don't we all? But I'm not on YouTube begging for votes so I can, you know, I'm in debt. I need money. Who isn't? I'm sorry. To use YouTube as a tool to beg for money. It's just sad. And especially around this time of year, you've got homeless people on the street that aren't going to get to eat tonight. Okay? There's families that are being evicted out of their homes, and with, you know, little ones out in the cold, and they don't get to eat tonight. And yet people are complaining, oh, well, I have debts. Give me a break. These people, they don't even have a house to live in, and you're saying you have debts? I'm sorry. This is so not me, but I don't know. It just irks me. This is an irky thing, and I don't know. This is my Grinch mood. Anyways, and something else that's been bothering me, and this is another subject that I try not to touch, but it involves my children, and so I'm all kind of mad about it. And I'm gonna say the big bad word, the racial issue out here. And that's a big thing. Y'all know me, that I have no problem with color, creed, or anything of culture. I'm from California. I'm from the melting pot of the world. Well, kind of like, you know, I guess California is like New York. You know, it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, what accent you speak. What matters is what's in your heart, what's inside you. And but what gets me so much is my son was telling me today that he goes, gosh, I hate junior high. Well, yeah, I did too. Who didn't? But anyways, I said, well, why, son? And he said, well, they're so mean. And I said, well, who's mean? And he said, well, there's some black kids that are mean to me. I said, well, African American now, son. You have to be a little bit more politically correct now. So, it's like, well, yeah, you know, because he does have some African American friends, and so do we. We have some that live down the road, and actually, that's who my son is waiting for right now. He's supposed to come and play with him. Anyways, he said, they're so mean to me. I said, well, why are they mean to you? And he says, they're calling me nigger. I was like, they're calling a white boy nigger? Why? And they're calling him cracker. These are really bad words. I'm sorry. But it gets me so bad. And I know kids can be mean. I know that. But it tears me up that these parents are not doing their job and teaching their children that saying these kind of things to each other is not the cool thing to do. And yet, I mean, I know a lot of African American folks that are really wonderful, that are really sweet, and they treat you with respect. And I know some white people, a lot of white people that treat you with respect. But I know black people and white people that don't, that are the opposite. They act with disrespect. That's because their parents are raising them to be like that. It just kills me that these parents are not doing their job and teaching their kids that, and I know you can't shelter your children from everything. I understand that. And kids are gonna, curse and rebel and whatever. But you know what? We should be teaching our kids to respect each other, to respect adults, and not doing this kind of crud to each other. I'm sorry. It sounds very hippie, I know. Peace, love, and all that. But this is a total rant, I know. It just gets me because Mama Bear sets in, and I want to defend my kid. Don't you be calling my kid that. But my poor son, we're teaching him just to take the back road and just say, okay, dude, whatever, and walk off. And and these other kids are, hitting him, hitting them in the arm, and we're teaching my son, not to hit unless they hit you. And then I'm like, oh, should I be telling them that? They have police officers at junior high. We didn't have police officers in junior high when I was in junior high, or did we? I don't think we did. I don't think we even had police officers at high school. They might have come if something happened. Anyways, this is getting long. Anyways, the whole thing is, I just wish that the racial ignorance would end. That people would stop looking at the color of your skin. Stop listening to people's accents and judging people by their accents. Stop judging people by their skin. Judge them by what their heart is. And it's like I always say, this is my car story. There's all kinds of cars, right? And they all come in different colors. They come in red, they come in black, they come in white, they come in gray, purple, orange, every color of the rainbow, right? They come in different sizes, right? Different wheels, trucks, little cars, and all that. But you know what? They all have an engine. They all have wheels. They all have a steering wheel. So, that's just like people. We all have a heart. And we all have a soul. So, anyways. So, there's my Grinch, and then my heartfelt blah 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 at the end. Anyways. That's it. So, I'll film something later. Anyways. Love you guys. Bye. Fine.